Hello, everybody. Happy Monday. Let's go. Thank you for tuning in to the Craig Renz Experience. I hope that this greets you with enthusiasm and fire and motivation and drive for a big week. It's Monday. Light up that Monday fire in your body and in your spirit. Get ready to show up strong with full presence, full engagement, full service, full love and joy in your heart to make this week a great one. If you don't feel that way on Mondays, I get it. I certainly have struggles on Monday mornings, except ultimately it becomes required for me to decide with which level of energy I show up with. It's what's required if I want to live a good life, if I want to push the momentum of my life forward, if I want to keep making progress, if I want to make my greatest impact and be somebody that will have fire and energy to show up, even when it's hard, even when I have a million things on my plate and it's easy to feel overwhelmed or discouraged or like the victim. I've got to be able to find the right mental space every day. So, how do I get that Monday fire, especially when it hasn't been burning as hot as I'd like it to? Well, first, I acknowledge that it's Monday, right? It's Monday. Let's begin with the simple things. Did I eat well? Did I move well and rest well this past weekend? If I keep barreling into Monday after Monday after Monday after Monday without getting rest, then all I'm really doing is grinding myself into the ground. That's not my goal. I'm not into burnout, I'm into performance. You know that high performers succeed over the long term, not just because of their competency, but because of the habits that allow them to maintain positive well being and positive relationships. Even as they're striving, even as they're working, even as they're persevering, even as they're making the tough decisions, they take care of themselves. So if I don't feel the drive or energy today, I look back to the last 72 hours. I know that an incredible amount of energy each day, each moment, is actually dictated by my choices over the past 72 hours on what I ate, on how I moved, and how I slept. How I do these three simple things. And very few people realize that. They're like, oh, I just feel bad today. No, I did some things the last 72 hours that set me up for a narrow emotional range, low physical energy, and a lack of mental clarity. I think that's important to know. So I don't know about you, but hey, some people, they are so wealthy and so set that they're just fine. They're good to go. They don't have to worry about showing up. Maybe they've lost their passion or their purpose, or maybe they never had one. So they just go through the motions. They don't need the money, and it's not in their heart to serve. So they can take it easy. Not me. I see great things in my life and care about becoming extraordinary, about mastering my mind and mastering my body so that I can enjoy life and give it my fullest, most generous support to the ones that I love. So I say to you, be serious about your Mondays. Set up a 72-hour sequence that sets you up for success. Does that mean you can't have fun on weekends? Nope. I love being the fun guy. I love going out and enjoying life. I definitely max my happiness during my weekends. But I'm present and I choose my plans carefully because I know that during those 72 hours, I got to eat right, move right, and sleep right. Otherwise, on Monday, I'm just grinding through and sucking. At some point in life, service to others becomes important enough to set your life up for flow every single day. Am I perfect? Nope. I'm just aware that I'm always setting myself up for good energy or low energy by the choices I make. I like to choose good energy. When I lose my motivation, I know I'm human. I get tired, and that's okay. Listen, sometimes being tired is part of life. If you've got a newborn or start a new business or something is going wild in your health or your relationships, good food, good movement, and good rest get compromised. I get that. But still, start thinking very closely about meditation, exercise, diet, sleep, good relationships, good recovery, so that you can have the energy you need on Mondays. Let's break it down. My Monday fire has a lot to do with my vision, and progress has a lot to do with prioritization. Okay, I feel energized and enthusiastic for my life when I see myself in the future, doing important things, becoming my best, enjoying the important relationships in my life, having that exciting vision for who I am and where I'm going, having meaningful goals. But when the rubber hits the road on Monday, I have to prioritize. I just make sure to capture the major tasks I must do this week in one list. And I also create another list called Friday Finishers. I create this Friday Finishers list made up of things I will absolutely complete by the end of this week. By doing that on a Monday, I get clarity. I mean, if I don't look at any of my goals every single morning and really think about them, feel them, visualize them, and get excited about them, I just go through the motions of the day. Those things fire me up. And then they also give me the clarity and the guidance of how to avoid distraction throughout the week by prioritizing those things. Set some goals, prioritize. The second idea is that I commit to myself to work this week to improve my life in whatever way that is, whether I'm at home or at work. I say this to myself: I will honor the struggle and I will show up this week. I'm going to meet obstacles from the outer world, and I'm going to meet resistance from my inner psychology that will want to tear me off the path and want to pull me away from those goals. I want to honor the struggle that shows up and say, hey, this struggle, these obstacles, this resistance, this is not meant to shut me down. These struggles are meant to strengthen me. These struggles summon the best of who I am, not an excuse to play the victim. No one is going through anything this week that literally billions of people haven't gone through this last week or this last month or this last year. I know that sounds unfair to say, but it's the truth. And sometimes, if I suffer in my own reality and my shallow thinking, I forget, and it steals away my motivation, my drive, because I think I'm suffering some unbelievable personal existential dilemma or a horrible event or life circumstance, and I throw a pity party. I think I'm the only one going through it. But the beauty of humanity is realizing that we are all going through it. Honoring the struggle is about realizing we are going through the same struggles. Honoring the struggle means I don't like this. This sucks, but I'm going to do the best I can. I'm going to honor life's moments, even if I don't like them. I keep reminding myself to be compassionate, to care, to improve, or at least not be a jerk, to find the humanity and the best of who I am. Honor the struggle this week. Third idea this week is you want motivation and drive? Bring the joy. Have some fun. I don't have to grit my teeth all the time. I can whistle while I work and really have fun. I choose to bring some joy to what I do, even if I'm going to have to do emails or house chores or clean the chicken coop. I'm going to have fun doing it. And I'm going to listen to my favorite music while I'm doing it, drinking my favorite tea. I'm going to tap my feet. I'm going to make a break every 30 minutes to walk around, get outside, get some air, stretch so my back doesn't get stiff, and go right back at it with a big smile on my face, thinking, you know what? I'm crushing these things. I'll get these things done. I don't get overwhelmed because I'm just going to do whatever's in front of me. Whatever my goals are, whatever my tasks are, I'm going to find a way to get flow in doing them. This doesn't mean I enjoy doing everything, but I find flow. Flow isn't always happy, happy, joy, joy, but rather it's where you're fully engaged in a challenging task. I have to stretch my comfort zone and really will myself to consistently do a good job on things. And then when I do that enough, especially when it's oriented towards passion or purpose, and I just find my zone. And I want to make sure there's some fun in that zone. Okay, it's Monday. If you are in a dreaded mood today, you're just setting yourself up for a dreaded week, a dreaded month, a dreaded quarter, a dreaded year, a dreaded life. Let's not do that. Let's learn to bring joy into the activities at hand. Last big idea for this Monday fire: I activate my heart of service with the idea that I'm going to interact with lots of people this week and do a good job for each of them. I'm going to care about excellence and serving people well. I care about being that person where people are like, gosh, I really loved interacting with that guy. Every day, you're influencing people with your energy and your excellence. And do you realize that people need you to have that energy? You might not think anything of it when you're doing this week, just making lunch for the kids or whatever you're doing. Well, guess what? Perhaps that kid's at school enjoying the lunch you made them, and they see another kid who didn't have any, and they get to share some of theirs, where they get to realize how much abundance and privilege and luck and blessings they have, having you as a mom or a dad or a caregiver. I don't always think of the things that I'm doing as a big deal, but for that person, your action is what they desperately need, what they were waiting for. Often we mindlessly just do the things we do. Now, let me tell you something. If I just went through the motions, how miserable a repetitive task can become in my mind if I don't manage my mind and make those repetitive tasks meaningful. I don't just wake up and start doing random things for the heck of it. I'm thinking of the ones I love, the ones I work for, the ones I serve. Thank you for watching the Craig Renz Experience. I appreciate you. Tune in for more. Make it a great day.